Hey parents! Boy, that was kind of strange to say. I haven't really spoken to you directly. I've been speaking a lot to the kids. So, pardon me if all of my video taking skills are applicable only to 6 and 7 year olds. So, what I've done here for our back to school night is I created an interactive Bitmoji classroom. And the instructions are all up here on the whiteboard and on the giant TV and also on the desk. So I figure we'll just go through each one of them and I'll try to elaborate, and then you can also do this on your own because I'm also going to put this slides presentation on the SDS Welcome with Mrs. Robertson. And hello, Mrs. Robertson. She's watching this too. And yeah, so you'll be able to touch these things too and get to play with them. So why don't we start with me? So we're going to touch the baseballs. So speaking of myself, which is always strange and something I don't like to do. So I graduated from St. Mary's College, and I have a master's in teaching from St. Mary's. I am married to Mr. Smith, as I refer to him in my videos, but his real name is Mark. So if you ever meet him, you can call him Mark. Our daughter is named Mackenzie, and she is approximately 10 weeks now. We have 2 cats at home. Their names are Goose and Angie. You may have watched the videos and introduced yourself to them. I also have 2 dogs at my parents' house that I grew up with, and their names are Hunnis and Nora. Okay, one of the biggest things about me is I love baseball, and the Yankees are my team. So I also watch pretty much all baseball out there. My husband makes jokes that I'll just watch anything that has to do with baseball, and he's right. I even watch Korean baseball. Go Dinos. So just a little bit about me. So on the page, if you ever want to get back to the home page, you can go click on another object. You just click on the pencil, and it'll take you there. All right, let's go to the tennis ball. Learn about Mrs. D. So Mrs. D is married to Mr. D, who many of you may know if you know Gabby and you know their family. His name is Tom. He is a retired Albany police sergeant. Just retired in June. Congratulations. They have 2 sons and a daughter named Gabby. She's in 4th grade here at SDS. Mrs. D is an accomplished professional tennis player, and she organizes many tennis events in the Bay Area. So if you've seen any of those major tennis events, she's part of it. She's also, you can Google her. Okay. So just a little bit about Mrs. D. Also, I should tell you that she is amazing and my partner in crime, and I'm very blessed to have her. All right, let's go back to the home. Oh, see? So the kids have videos with my cats in them. My Siamese cat is over here very upset that I'm talking to you and not to her. Okay, let's keep going. All right, so let's touch the elephant. We're going to talk about one of the major projects that we will have coming up. So in February 2021, hopefully we're back at school safely, maybe even with the vaccine. And we have taken a trip to the zoo every year that I've been at St. Dom's. The last 11. And we took a trip to the San Francisco Zoo last year, and it was really fun. It was just really well put together, and there are many different animals from all different kinds, and obviously it's a zoo, and they treated us well. So I thought, well, this is a great place for us to go to. Plus, it's really open, and it's a large space, so that even if there is some social distancing needs, that we'd still like to follow, we could certainly try doing that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So the reason why we go to the zoo is because we choose a focus animal, and then the children author and illustrate a nonfiction book about an animal of his or her choice. Then we present that book to the class. So what I have here, well, actually, they're not up yet, but I have attached 2 videos that were sent to me last year by 2 first graders, and this is how we presented our animal projects. So it says, present your book to the class. If anyone has been in first grade with me the past years, then you know that when we present it and we're in the classroom, we all sit on the rug, and the kids choose 3 pages to read, and we get to ask questions. So in spring, we kind of had to do it on the fly. And I had quite a few kids who sent me videos of presenting it, and they used a lot of the same techniques that I do on my videos. So I was really excited about that. So when you're looking at this, these will be up and they will be formatted. And so you can click on them and it'll take you to a video and you can see a little bit of what that project looks like. All right, so let's go back to the home. All right, so the next one, we're going to go to the sticky note to look at some volunteer requests. So we need a Scholastic parent. This is not hard, but it would be nice if that parent would be willing to prepare things and send out reminders and to gather the books so that people who purchase these things can come to the school and pick them up safely. And then hopefully when we get back into school, you would be able to just hand them out regularly. I would help you with that. So if you have an interest, it's first come, first serve. And also we might be gathering art materials, science experiment materials. As it says, it's very occasional. I'm not even sure how that's going to work yet. I'm not sure how to do that safely, but just wanted to make it be known that that's an option. Okay, let's go back home. All right, let's check out a first grade tradition. We're going to touch the Statue of Liberty. So for as long as I've been here, plus all the time before that, maybe 20 years at this point, we have been creating statues of liberty at the end of our study of American landmarks. And you guys have already kind of experienced some of our American symbol study. So we've done the Pledge of Allegiance, we've done the American flag, we've done a small book about America the Beautiful. So in about November, I have these little statues, and what I'm hoping is I can have a parent volunteer who wouldn't mind separating out some modeling clay in bags or containers, and then we would be able to pick it up, and then maybe we'd all model together on Zoom or something like that. So just an option, and I think it'd be fun, and it's a tradition that I plan on keeping no matter what. All right, so let's go over to, speaking of science, we'll go to the test tube. So I am going to try to do science experiments that can be done at home. I'm not sure if I'm going to live Zoom them or if I'll just pre-record. You know, we kind of all have just, I mean, when we spoke about it together, pre-recording seemed to be what best worked for both of us, but we'll have to see. So here are some items that I like to use: baking soda, water, food coloring, plastic cups, vinegar, rocks, salt, balloons, paper plates. Generally super cheap, because I have to have them in the classroom for all of these kids. So I also like to use a lot of food. So you're going to see food. I just did food. We did math with apples. So you're going to see some food. All right. Oh, and the cat just walked across the video. That was special. You can't even get mad. All right, now we're going to touch the journal. Oh, that took me to the wrong place. Go to the journal. There we go. Okay, so let's speak a little bit about two different things that you may have seen a little bit about. So the curly letters. At St. Dom's, we try we don't try. We have a standard of handwriting, and we try to reach that standard. It's called Danielian, or modern manuscript. And basically it is just a precursor to cursive or script. And they continue it on throughout their years at St. Dom's, and then eventually they are supposed to just write in cursive. So this is their beginning to that. I write in this form, and what I've found is most of the time, because the kids are copying a lot of what I do, I see a lot of the same things that I do in their handwriting. So one of the things that we want to be sure of, and one of the things that I do in the classroom, is this idea of pulling my letters instead of pushing them. So if I'm learning to write, I have found more helpful to consistently write the letters in the same way. If I write my letters in all different ways, I will sometimes get confused on how to write that letter, and it doesn't always look as neat and as put together, and it's not as fluid as the child really wants it to be. Okay, so our writing program at St. Dom's is called Step Up to Writing. It is amazing. Step Up to Writing uses a stoplight system. You can see it here. And I've taken that stoplight system and I've put it into a train. And so when I teach this lesson and all the lessons subsequently all about Step Up to Writing using this system, I use the green, yellow, red, green system. Then, and the train, and you'll hear about the train in my videos. Then as the kids grow, we continue this. It's continued all the way through, and it really helps them to create complete thoughts in paragraphs. It is similar to the paragraphs that you and I created when we were young, but it is stated in a different way that helps to flesh them out a little better. It makes more sense to me too. Okay, let's keep going. All right. And our last one is the owl. So if you touch the owl, on mine it's going to open like this because I'm the owner. Hold on one second. Okay. So this is a presentation that was put together for you guys and for the kids by Mrs. Dolter. So last year in May, many of our now second graders created brochures for the class of 2028 in first grade. And so you can see some of them here. And they gave us things that you will learn and important things to know, all about the teachers, and finally some special messages just for the kids. So that is just another thing for you to click on to check out. I think I've gone through all of it. It's been great to virtually meet you guys and to talk to you. Please know that if you need anything, an email to me is really easy for me to respond to. I can also respond in video. I can make this work for you. And I hope you've enjoyed the beginning of your first grade year here at St. Dominic's School. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.